We're going to learn a beautiful piece of Zera Shimshon, which is Negeya to the special Haftarah of Shabbos Shuvah, which this year comes right following Rosh Hashanah for everybody. Also in Chutz La'aretz, also in Eretz Yisrael. We have 2 days Rosh Hashanah. In Gleich, we go into the Shabbos Kodesh, Shabbos Shuvah, and the Zera Shimshon and Haazinu, Daled, explains a beautiful beer in the beginning of the Haftarah of Shabbos Shuvah. So Rabbi Isai, we're holding by the time of Rosh Hashanah, where the Shofar wakes us up from our deep sleep in the world of Hevel, of vanity, of nothingness, which is just air, like it says, like Hevel Havolim, Omar Keheles. Hevel is like the Hevel pig. A person is just hot air, nothing to really of substance. And we wake up from this world of Hevel through the Tia Shofar, which brings a Parshat Haazinu. And as the Rambam says in Hilchos Teshuvah, he's mamish marif about the Inyan and tells us that that's what the Iker Inyan of the Tia Shofar is. Besides being a Keres HaKasuv, there's a wake-up call. It is a way to take us out of our slumber in Hevle Hazman and bring us back to the Rabbeinu Shalom, to Mitzvah Samas and Toivim, Vimetakin, all that we have destroyed and in Mekalko, and be able to start a new, beautiful beginning. Shadua, they say, why Vim Adin? At the beginning of the year, it should be maybe at the end of the year that just was, because that would make more sense. That's when you make all the cheshbainis. But the idea is that the Rebbe is saying, we'll make all the cheshbainis, but the nekuda over here is not so much making cheshbainis. It is to start a new year, start a clean slate, start a new way of life, and go on the path of good. So Rabbi said, this is really what Rosh Hashanah is, and then we come into Shabbos Shuvah, and in the beginning of the Haftarah of Shabbos Shuvah is outlined to us the concept of Shuvah in 2 fashions, which we start from one, and in Mitzvah Hashem, we come from there to the second. And Rabbi said, what are the 2 fashions of doing Shuvah? The first Oifen of Shuvah is called Shuvah Miyira. Shuvah Miyira is a person scared. Oy, such a terrible einship there is for Averis, and look what last year had. Wow, so many einship. It's so hard. I don't want to get punished. That's Shuvah Miyira. So what happens? A person's not making a whole upheaval in himself. He's not turning himself over. He's not a turnover. But he's not going to do what's going to bring to avoidance. He's going to stop his bad ways. Is he going to run after mitzvahs so much? No. Is he going to do avoidance Hashem b'simcha? No. But he just makes sure he's not doing avoidance, and he'll be fine with their Rebbeinu Shalom. So the Gemara says in Yuma, Taf Kevov, on the base, that someone does tshuva miyira, so his doinus, his amazing, all his intentional sins turn into shkagais, unintentional sins. Does he get double to the Eivishter? No, but he gets much closer than where it was before. Because the doinus are being marchik, and they're pushing him away from their Rebbeinu Shalom, and he's much closer now. He's only shkagais. However, if someone is Zoyser, and he takes that to the next level, and he comes to a matzav where he comes to Avos Hashem, and he wants to serve the Rebbeinu Shalom with love, and he runs after doing more mitzvahs in order to give nachas ruach to the Rebbeinu Shalom, and he's being attacked in everything because he doesn't want the Rebbeinu Shalom to have char from all his avodas, and the whole thing is just one big love, and avodas Hashem b'simcha. So then what happens is that his doinos, the real intentional sins, not only are totally erased, but they also turn into zechuyos, they turn into merits. And it's unbelievable, and that's muchach. The Gemara speaks about Arichas in Yuma, Pei Vav Amud Beis. And the Gemara learns it really from the first pasuk Mefurish about the part of Tshuva Migira. So the first pasuk starts off with these words: Tshuva Yisrael Ad Hashem Elokecha Ki Choshalta Ba'avoinecha. Klal Yisrael, do tshuva till Hashem your God, return till Hashem your God, because you have stumbled with your sin. So the Gemara asks the question: Choshalta is a language denoting unintentional. Kishalon, not intentionally. Avon is always mentioned by an intentional aveira. How could it be kikol shalta b'avinecha? One could say that the pasuk is trying to say, do tshuva not only on the mezid, do tshuva also on the shaykhid. But the Gemara darshans and says, talking about the shame of Aveira itself, and it says that through tshuva, it will turn from avoin into kishalon. It will turn it from zodain to shoygig. And that's what tshuva Yisrael ad Hashem Elokecha means, that you're only going to come ad Hashem Elokecha, you won't, which is Rabbi Yochanan, according to one girsa in the Gemara over there in Yuma Peivav on the base, says ad Eloi ad Bichlal. You don't get all the way to Hashem. You were very far before, and you're going to be very close, but you're not going to be able to have the vekus, because we're not talking about tshuva mi ava, it's tshuva mi yira, and that's what the pasuk continues, and then it says it again, the word of tshuva, and we don't understand why it says it's right. But you'll see that there it's not going to say that tshuva is ad Hashem Elokecha, it's going to say it's el Hashem. And that's talking about a different type of tshuva, and the Lashon, and this is the Malbim who expounds very at length with this, and he says, Chui mochem devarim, the pshat is that you're having a whole mapech on yourself, you're turning yourself over, and you're now going to be doing more devarim, mitzvahs, and asim toivim. Why are they called devarim? Because they will have words, they will be mamlets toiv on you, they will intercede for you in Shamayim, that you should have only great good things and nothing bad. That's why it's called the Vorik, says the Malbim. Beshuvu El Hashem, and now you're going to be able to come all the way to the Rebbeinu Shalom and be double to him, which is, that's not Ad V'Loyad Echval, it's El Hashem. And then what does it say? Imu Elav, tell the Rebbeinu Shalom. Kol Tisa Ovain, says the Malbim, and other Meforshim say similar, that Kol Tisa Ovain is not the chat, you will please forgive all sins. Tisa Kol Ovain. But Kol Tisa Ovain, you should forgive the entire sin. Kol Tisa, the whole sin you should forgive. That's what the Lashon of Malbim said. Shetisa Kol Ovain. Like by the Tchila, like by the Tshuva Miyira, that it only turns to the Zodain, to Shoygei, it becomes unintentional, but it's not totally erased. But now it should be totally erased. And not only will it come to such a massive, but also the Kach Toiv, since we're doing so much running after good because we're doing Tshuva Me'ahava, it's going to turn into a massive of the Kach Toiv, says the Malbim, Gam Kedivrei Chazal, She'a'ovoin Atzmoi, Yishapech Litzchus. The oven itself, the sin itself, turns into merit. The ye'oseh min ha'avoinoi zechuyoi. Yevaldik adsha oven atzmo yishapech l'toy. The oven itself turns over and becomes good. And this is what the two psukim are about. And that's why it says it twice. And that's why in the first one it says ad. And it's ad v'le'ah bichlal, according to Rabbi Yochanan. And in the second one it says Shuvu El Hashem. And that's ad asoif. Rabbi said, this is all too what Zera Shimshon came about. The Zera Shimshon has another deal which others speak about also, and that is what we didn't mention yet. If you look at the first pasuk, you'll see it's all written as a lashon yachid, talking about the individual. Ki chashalta ba'avonecha is lashon yachid, individual language, and afterwards immediately it switches to a lashon rabbin, which is talking about plural. Many people, what happened? Why did it switch? Chui mochem devarim b'shuvu el Hashem. What happened over here? Why did it start Rab Yochid and end B'Loshen Rabbin? One could say a lot of things about this, but the Zera Shimshon is a beautiful word according to what was just explained. And since we're talking at first pasuk about Tshuva Mehira, so then it makes a lot of sense. What is the person who has hero? What's he going to do? He's going to stop sinning. How far does he get? To Shkovis. How close does he get to Hashem? Ad Hashem Elokecha. Is he going to try to get others to be chayzer b'tshuva because he wants to give a nachas for their Rebbeinu Shalom, and he wants his children all to come back to him? All his children should come back to him? No. He doesn't have to do that because that's not his cheshbon. He's not going to run after mitzvahs. He's not going to make others be chayzer b'tshuva, and therefore it's written only b'loshen yachid. It's dealing with himself alone. That's it. Shav b'tshuva yechidi. whose simen sheshov miyira shedayo, it's enough for him lahatzilis atzmoi, to save himself. That's the first pasuk. Shuva Yisrael, and then it's only kikol shalta v'avinecha. It turns to the shkavos, and it's ad Hashem v'lekecha v'loy ad v'chlal, not inclusive. However, it says the second pasuk is beautiful. It's talking about Shuva me'ahava. By Shuva me'ahava, you're running to do more mitzvahs because you had a whole turnover by yourself. You love your by yourself. You want to give him more and more nachas ruach, and then you understand, and then you feel, oi, I am chayzer b'tshuva. What about all the other children, the dear children of their Rebbeinu Shalom? Where are they? Their Rebbeinu has so much sorrow, so much pain from those children who are not back, who are not coming back to the fold. And then what do? You go and you say divrei Yisairis. You try to awaken others. You try to give them a little bit musar in a way that they'll accept it, they'll understand that you mean they're good. And what's going to be? You'll be able to take them with you back to the fold, back to the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's the pshat in the second pasuk. The second pasuk says, "Chu imachem devarim." He says, "What's pshat chu imachem devarim?" The essence of the fact that the pasuk is written in a plural lashon is telling that we're talking about a yochid pulling rabbim with him together. That's the pasuk itself, but it also in the actual words, it reads in Moiridik. It's not just in the plural tense. It's from the fact that it says, Chui Machen. You're taking other people with you. How do you take a person? You can't take a person by schlepping him. You have to change his mindset. And that's why the person is ikar of the person is the machshava. When you take the person machshava, you're taking him. Chui Machem Dvarim, with Dvarim, with Divrei Techacha, and his Eirus and Musar, you're taking with the other people. And where are you taking them? To the Rebbeinu Shalom. And all of you together, B'shuvu El Hashem, and you're returning to the Rebbeinu Shalom. So this is talking about the opinion of Tshuva, made Ahave, where there it's El Hashem, where there it doesn't say Kikol Shalta V'Avinecha, the stoniness of turn into to mamish mitzvahs, and that's what the pasuk continues on and says that we say, Imway love, Kol Tisa Ava, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will forgive the entire sin, and will even turn into the Kach Toiv. He can take that sin which turned now into good, take it as a gift to Rebbeinu Shalom. This is what the Zera Shimshon says over here in the Parshat Haazinu in Haazinu. A place between Moisif one Haisafa, and that is that you do have all the Sfarim HaKadoshim. That Rosh Hashanah and Kippur are more the time of din and Tshuva Miyira because of scared. But then there's a time called Sukkot. Sukkot we see Avodas Hashem B'Simcha. The Rambam in the end of Hilchos Lulav tells us it's doing the mitzvahs with Usmachtem Lifnei Hashem Elokeichem. We are happy and we're joyful in front of the Rebbeinu Shalom, and we're jumping around and enjoying doing Avodas Hashem. And that's what Sukkot is about. In Tshuva Me'ahava, which culminates with Shmini Atzeres, Simchat Torah. We're dancing with the Rebbeinu Shalom. We're dancing with the Torah. We love him. We give him all our whole soul and love to the Eibishter. Rabbi said there's a million remes that we could say according to this in what Sukkot says, because we find something very interesting in the Sukkah. Chazal tell us that when a Yid is sitting in a Sukkah, it's not like he's only by himself in the Sukkah. Kol Yisrael Re'uyim Leisha V'Sukkah Achas. All Klal Yisrael are worthy of sitting in one Sukkah. It's like you're taking all Klal Yisrael in with you into your Sukkah. Rabbi said, what is a Sukkah? Sukkah is being under the shadow of God, coming back to the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's what Sukkah is. That's how we come back to the Rebbeinu Shalom with Tshuva Me'ahava, and we're doubling him, we're cleaving to him, and he takes us into his home, into his abode. But we don't do it only by ourselves. We schlep everybody with Kol Yisrael B'Sukkah Achas. That's the beautiful remez that Rebbeinu Shalom gave me, according to what we just mentioned now from the Heilig Zera Shimshon. Chu imachem devarim. That's what Sukkah Achas is. Rabbi said we should be zocheh to wake up from this slumber, from the Ohava Elam Hazeh, and be choyzer b'tshuva, tshuva mekira, and from there to come to tshuva me'ahava, and Klal Yisrael should all be choyzer b'tshuva, and then we be zocheh, as it says, v'kach toiv, What's the good? The ultimate good is the Geula, but all the good HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be mashpia to us. B'schus v'chayzer b'tshuva, we're worthy of getting so much good. HaKadosh Baruch Hu give us a taiva misuka, a good gebench tior, a ksiv achsim et taiva, and b'zoichet hashnas Geula v'Yeshua, Yeshua saklal v'Yeshua saprat, v'viat goel tzedek, v'mheira v'yameinu, amein, kein, yehi, ratzain. A good Shabbos Shuvah, when a Shana Toiva Umesuka to everyone.